How to get startup funding for a small business. Are you at the beginning of your big business journey? Are you at the beginning with no leads, no contacts, and no profits, but you need money to really get your thing going? Well, you've stumbled across the right video. I'm Noelle, and I've taken tons of businesses from startup all the way to multi-million-dollar businesses. I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do it too. Let's go. I'm going to share with you a detailed step-by-step process on how to get business funding even for a startup. I know you've been told you can't, but I know that you can. I'm going to share with you some insider tips on what not to do and why most businesses fail. And I'm going to share with you 3 secret places to get business funding, not banks, that most people don't even know about. So let's talk about all of the benefits of becoming an entrepreneur. I remember when I was wanting to be an entrepreneur, I literally used to sit at my desk and wish that I could own my own time. I've told you guys before, I'm a real estate entrepreneur, I'm a mentor, and I'm a mom of 5. But before that, I was a corporate flunky. I used to either sit in a cubicle, sometimes I had a nice office. But either way, I did not own my time, and I was really lacking in the family department. I was always picking my kids up late from daycare, and I felt like they were actually at daycare more than they were with me. I just remember wanting to be an entrepreneur and wanting to start my own business, but I really just didn't know how. Now that I am an entrepreneur and I've transitioned from working full-time to being a full-time entrepreneur, I can tell you the benefits are enormous. You get your time freedom. In other words, you get to own your own time. I decide when it is I start working and when I stop working. There is no one to tell Noelle what to do anymore, only me. I get to pick my clients. Again, you get to decide the business that you want to do. Some people create businesses and they hate their clients and they own their own job. That's not what I'm talking about. You literally can create a business where you get to choose your clients, choose when you work, choose where you work, and choose how much you charge for what you do. It's available, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. So step 1 when it comes to truly starting a business and getting funding is start there. Focus on getting funding. The problem with most businesses is they start with thinking about the business too much. I'm not saying that you're not going to think about your business and you shouldn't write out your business plan or what you're going to do, but do not just stay there. Before you ever really get into the business or quit your job, start thinking about where your funding is going to come from. There's so many different ways to get funding and have all of the money that your business needs to sustain you and your family year after year after year. If you start your business and you focus on the funding first, you will be more successful than 90% of the businesses out there. Let me tell you how to do that. So the first thing that you want to do when you are getting funding for your startup, you want to make sure that you have an actual business set up. I'm sorry, but it's very hard to fund a business that's not a real business. So go ahead and name your business. Go ahead and register that business with the Secretary of State. Either get that LLC or a C Corp or an S Corp, whichever entity that you want to, but make sure that people can find you on the Secretary of State so that it's a real business. Additionally, get the EIN number, get a professional phone number, get a professional email, and get a professional website. Doing just those minimum things, which I have students that have done that in one day, is going to unlock business funding. This way you can start to build business credit in your business's name and not have to rely on your personal credit or your savings to fund your business. If you do these steps, literally there's tons of banks, lenders, all kinds of people, angel investors that will lend you money for your business. But people will not lend to a business that's not a real business. So don't just take the cheap way and try to do a DBA or make a logo without having a real business. Go ahead and follow those steps that I gave you so that your business can get real funding real fast. So now that you have your business set up and you understand why, let me tell you about some hidden places that you can get business funding as a startup. The first thing that you want to do and make sure that you have, like I said, those minimum things, is you're going to need a business checking account. A lot of times when you go to get a business checking account, we are in historic times. There has been more money available for businesses than ever before in history. I have students that are going to get business checking accounts and they are getting offered business credit cards right on the spot. That's one. Another thing that you want to do, and this is completely free, set up a PayPal business account, a Square business account, and go ahead and start putting it through some transactions. You want to also make sure you're making regular deposits into your business checking account, because there's tons of lenders that will start to lend to your business with 3 months of business checking account statements. So all you have to do, especially if you have a job, is start putting some money into your business checking account so that you can show some income and some revenue into your business. You don't want to do anything unethical, but you want to start showing that your business is making money and you are investing in your business. Most people will not invest in your business if you haven't invested first. Another hidden secret, and this is top secret, is there's 2 new lenders out there that are lending to people that are startups and to people that may have some troubled credit. One of them is Accion. That's ACCION.org. They are a community development institution. That means they are funding small businesses, startups, mostly for minorities, women, veteran, disabled people, and things like that. However, they have funding for all types of businesses, especially startups. That's secret number 1. Secret number 2 is a company called 5 Star Processing. They do merchant processing, very similar to PayPal and Square, where it will allow you to take credit cards for your business. Once you get that account set up, again, you can have a credit score as low as 300. I'm going to put a link below for you. You can go ahead and click that link and they will get you set up and they will give you business credit as a startup. So now that you know exactly how to get funding for your startup business, go ahead and get a full training that I've created for you. Go to noellsfreetraining.com. I've created an entire course. It's about an hour long just for you. Again, it's completely free and it will teach you all of what I did, all of the steps, all of the places to look, all of the ways to get free marketing and leads for your business so you can start making profits quickly. Again, noellsfreetraining.com. I want to make sure you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.